Good evening, family of New Earth. This is Krishna Premadas, the Catalyst. As you've seen in some of our videos, we all go through different levels of the ego. And as a high oak empath, you inflate and deflate the ego. Which, what does that mean? It means that you travel the dimensions of 3D to 5, 6, whatever D, so that you could do your light work, match people's frequencies, transmute and pull densities. And as humans, when we're releasing, we go through it. When you transmute, you see through the eyes of the people you transmute, and you relate because it's relatable. It's relatable to be scared. It's relatable to have anxiety. It's relatable to be worried. It's relatable to have all these different aversions of love. It's also relatable to love. So what I've noticed as a mechanism is we have a lot of people talk about the law of attraction, and then when you're transmuting, there's a lot of signs the universe gives you to let you know you're not where you prefer to go. So you can alter course. And you can alter course like this as long as you spend 17 seconds focusing on thoughts that vibrate to what you enjoy. And it can be tough when you're transmuting because you get down to this 3D level. I remember I used to be there all the time, light worker, for lifetimes, for years. And you're like, oh man, I'm here. But here's the cool thing about it that I wanted to share with you guys. And we get a lot of messages between 2 and 5 in the morning from our angels. So this is a perfect time for me to share a message with you. So here we go. When you're releasing, we have a tendency to notice what's wrong, how we failed. Okay? When you notice that, as a human tendency, we tend to notice it, focus on it, and not fully release because we haven't shifted focus to what we prefer, what we like, because we're judging ourselves. And then we project and judge others, and then it's this big projection called duality. So while you're in the moment, there's a lot of tools that you could use. Doubt the doubt, And listen, it's not going to feel like it works fully, because it's going to take a second to get out of it, depending on how much energy you're transmuting. A whole room of people, one person, whatever. But first of all, there's a few things that help. Number one, you are love. You should feel love. So in those moments, if you're not, it means that you're offline or a little disconnected from your heart space. Here's what's amazing about that mechanism. First of all, if you're feeling this fear or this anger or this frustration or anxiety or whatever it is, in this timeline as a light worker, number one, you're releasing it. And you're releasing it for others. You're healing, you're transmuting, and turning it into abundance and love. And you can switch course. So that means that your ego's going into fight or flight, and it's coming up with all these logical reasons to go back to the negative self-talk, the blaming, the failure. Well, first of all, failure is not real. Okay? Failure is not real. Anything in this universe is meant to hurt you is not real. It never was. That's what we're learning. Nothing on this planet, no disease, no parasite, no person is meant to harm you, and you are protected. So this goes a lot into belief systems, a lot into faith. But the beautiful thing is when you learn to acknowledge these mechanisms, here's some cool things you can get out of it. Use your tools. Use your self-loving tools. Your refocusing. Let go of the judgment. And it's going to be hard because you're a little disconnected from your heart, your magnetic heart, so you don't have your compass. And what it means a couple things. One, you're releasing. So you haven't failed if you got into a state of fear, and even if you're judging yourself, or even if you're doing that old 3D stuff, you're just looking at the dimension of 3D, and people are scared, and it is scary. It is like the hellish dimension of material existence. And it's familiar because you live there. But number one, you're releasing it. So you can say things like, this is not my anxiety. I release this fear. And your body will listen. If you start to, at this point, watch these videos, you start to build a relationship with your body. So your body's working with you, whether you consciously know it or not, or doubt the doubt. Your belief systems are your power. So you can empower yourself. So there's a lot of different messages you're going to get from a lot of different light workers and a lot of different densities. And you'll come across that information. And they're all true. But number one, you are releasing that fear. Never for it to come back. And when it comes back, or seemingly come back, you're transmuting someone else to help heal the planet, to help anchor light. Use your tools. Whatever tools you've learned along the way to self-love and to cope, use them. Doubt the doubt. Okay? You're a divine being of love. That's what you always are. So if you love God and you're punishing yourself, remember, you are aspect of God manifest through you. So you have to love yourself. Okay? Don't be a narcissist here. You gotta love yourself. But you're releasing the fear. So you've not failed. You've succeeded in your mission as a Heyoka to deflate your ego, disconnect from your heart for a little bit, and expand your consciousness. So here's another thing. Here's the cool things about the success of this. Number one, you're releasing fears. You're releasing judgments. Every time you pass this little personal test, it gets easier. You get better at doing it. You allow it not to affect you in quite a negative way. But, it's okay to take time to yourself, put on some headphones, focus on a task of loving to help anchor in your core energy and connect with Source. Get back into your vortexes, as Brandon Hicks likes to say. So you're releasing your fear. And it's a purge of this timeline. That means it's not coming back. You're just a light worker, a transmuter, so you're going to continue to be doing that for other people. So start to recognize, excuse me, a release. You're releasing other people's fears for them and their densities. You're experiencing things through their eyes, or what you used to look through or hold on to because you weren't good at releasing or clearing energy because no one taught you how to. And you're really sensitive to other people's feelings because you're an empath. So you're going to be feeling it. Feel it, release it, express it, write something, create, make a video. Don't judge it. You'll see your ego. Love it. It's scared. You're releasing. And you're not failing. You'll buoyance back up to the dimension that feels good, which I'm sure is unconditional love in 5D. And you harness a lot in your natural core being when you're rested, when you ate, when you took time to yourself, when you did the self-love methods. So you're succeeding in your mission here on this planet, not failing. Failure is not real. Anything here to harm you or any enemy is not real. It was a game we were playing to learn and grow. This is coming back into oneness and unity. It's for collecting your soul shards, being whole as a being. So all truths are true. So you might be a little bit off your law of attraction momentarily, so to speak, ish. But what you're really doing is releasing things for other people, throwing in your personal stuff that you can release with it. Release. And succeeding in your mission of healing and healing thyself. But most importantly, you have not failed, you've succeeded greatly in transmuting more density off this planet and anchoring more light. And then you see everything around you. There'll be less fighting, less pain. You'll be back in the density that serves you, and you'll see everybody there as well. So you're releasing, and it's okay. It's not to be judged. You might feel off because you're not as connected with your heart, but it'll realign. There's a lot of tools that help. I've even been in a room when I felt the anxiety because we're sensitive, and I didn't own it or anchor it onto me or give it power over me. And it went away when I said, that is not mine. So you could be conscious and aware and awoke about what you're going through. Okay, family? And that anxiety is not yours. That depression is not yours. That pain's not yours. You can release it. It's not even theirs. It's nobody's. It's an illusionary concept of densities within the polarity of darkness that is being released. And that is just another expression of the oneness of all, of unconditional, multiversal love. I love you guys. So I'm sharing this message with you. And it feels good. It feels good to grow. You'll find that you're more anchored in afterwards. And, you got caught up in the human game. Try not to be reactionary. It's okay that you release these things and release them through your filter and release your stuff as well. Because that is success. That is your mission on this planet as a transmuter, like Jesus, like Buddha, as one of the 144,000 that chose to come here for this. I'm sharing this out of love because I know how much it hurts. How much you thought you failed. You went off your law of attraction, your density. No. You just went offline for a second and rebooted. Do yourself love. It happens better, faster, smoother, easier. You get more adapted to it. Yes, your heart breaks because you feel all the pain and all the people that are scared. And you relate with them. And that's how you pull it, right? You deflate your ego. But watch those people later. They'll be clearer, healthier, more healed, maybe even understanding. So just love them. Love the fuck out of them. Which I visualize the fuck leaving them as you hug them. Okay? You haven't failed. You haven't failed your law of attraction or going the wrong direction. You're just a little bit online for the moment. And as a high yoga empath, you get back on track, and it even propels you further than you were before. Yes, the lesson and blessing propels you further along the path of nurture. It takes energy, sure. Drink your water, eat your food, rest, meditate, still your thoughts, do things that you love. But your success, it's always a success when you don't judge it. When you use your beliefs and your tools to transverse it, to travel through it safely. So you're releasing, you're purging for it to never come back. And if it seems like it does, that's just an illusion of the moment of your healing of someone else that you're releasing it for, that you can relate. And maybe a little bit that you haven't let go of or healed. So don't judge yourself as failing your light work or, being crazy or Everything being a lie, because everything is truth. It always is. It always will be. The only lies are when you doubt yourself, when it's negative self-talk, when you think of yourself as a failure. These are illusions of the ego. But here's the cool thing. The ego doesn't have power over you unless you start blaming it. Remember, the ego is a powerful tool. Fear is a powerful tool. You walk between light and darkness, and it's the swirl cone of reality because you're utilizing both as a master in this planet in the intention of unconditional love and Christ consciousness, which is not a religion, but an energy. You are part of the rays of light because you are the light. You are the Jesus. You are the saints. You are the chosen ones. I am love. I am beautiful. I am abundant. I am grateful. Because gratitude is truly the attitude of change. And the funny thing is, these beliefs are so simple. You might think, this ain't going to work. Stop thinking and feeling. Okay? Still your thoughts. Allow it to work because it's simple. And you have the power as a co-creator of reality to do this. It takes a little practice of building a relationship with your body, but your body, which holds the God spark and a quantum level, has all the mechanisms to serve you. And it gets better at doing it. Tell your body, please regenerate cells. Please regenerate tissues. Please release anything from my Akashic record that serves me during this moment. Please invite my I am presence into the now. And thank you. Please release karma. Please allow me to know when I'm transmuting that it's okay. That I am loved. That I am never alone. That I haven't failed. That it's not always going to be painful. Because refocusing, that's what it's all about, the law of attraction. So you'll get to these, these vortex segments or parts, of your journey, which are going to feel better. Just focus on that. It will get different. It will change. It will feel better after you have self-loved and released any kind of self-judgment. And you get better at it every single time. It gets smoother. And believe it or not, you're transmuting a lot more than you knew. It's okay to take time to yourself. It's okay to not have to figure it out with your ego and just sit and be still. Because within the stillness, within that breath, you feel it. Okay? I love you, family. I hope this message fosters some growth, some healing, some love from the source of your creator through me as a reflection, because we are truly one. Literally. Everything's connected. Literally. You don't change the world. You change the world you live in by living here in 5D in unconditional love. You get it? And hey, it'll happen again. You go through these illusionary constructs again and again to different various degrees as you're healing. And that's okay. It's that contrast that helps you appreciate this unconditional love so much better. There's a difference between unconscious suffering and conscious suffering. And that is the example of conscious suffering, which is not suffering at all, but the ego freaking out because it's lost its anchor, which is the heart, but it never really lost it. It was just rebooting a little bit offline for a second so that you could cope, so that you could grow, so that you could expand. So remember, family, the next time that you are seemingly in fear or anxious or depressed or sad or angry, what any of those feelings that you're releasing, that means you're shifting and that you're expanding, that you're growing, and that you're succeeding here in your mission in this earth by being here now. Even if your mind travels through time and you're worried about the future, you're dwelling on the past. Within those moments of transmutation, that it's okay not to look at the mechanisms from a human perspective and to judge it, but look at it from a divine perspective of love and know that you're just learning mechanisms or laws of the universe. How you cope with it, how you translate your message is through cleaning your filters, and that is through expansion. What's great about this message is it's not very shticky, but hopefully it sticks with you. And even in my other messages, through my other densities of ego, will also be able to be relatable enough that whether you consider me ridiculous or not, I'm just mirroring you. Because I'm a supporting cast member in your life. I'm a manifestation of love that maybe you've seen in video, maybe you met in person. But you know, because your soul speaks to mine. And there's Reiki in this video. So it is. Peace, family.